Russia conducted overnight strikes on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. Residents were alerted as air raid sirens rang for more than 4 hours. Several explosions were heard as Kyiv's air defenses intercepted the Russian attack. Ukrainian officials claim they downed at least 20 Russian cruise missiles. Meanwhile, falling debris hit road surfaces and damaged power lines in Kyiv. Russia's defense ministry said that it thwarted another major Ukrainian attack in the Donetsk region. Moscow claims it killed over 300 Ukrainian soldiers while destroying 16 tanks. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military denied carrying out an attack in the region. Ukraine's foreign minister Dmytro Kuleba has said that his country has the weapons to launch a counter-assault against Russian forces. NATO members have supplied Ukraine with tanks, drones and ammunition ahead of the expected spring counter-offensive. However, Kuleba said that having weapons to launch an assault was easy. The real challenge would be in managing supplies needed to sustain the attack. A Soviet-era dam located in southern Ukraine has been damaged. The dam is located in the Russian-controlled part of Ukraine. Drone and satellite footage show water gushing out of the damaged parts of the dam. The video has been shared by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This is a crucial dam as it supplies water to the Crimean Peninsula and to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. The Crimean Peninsula was annexed by Russia in 2014. A former FBI agent who spied for Russia, Robert Hansen, was found dead in his prison cell on Monday. Prison authorities have not disclosed the cause of death. Hansen was jailed for life back in 2002. He was found guilty of sharing US state secrets with Moscow. Russian and US diplomats held talks in China's capital, Beijing, on Monday. China's vice foreign minister also attended the meeting. The two sides agreed to maintain lines of communication. This comes after a Chinese warship almost collided with an American destroyer in the Taiwan Strait. Meanwhile, the US accused China of showcasing military aggressiveness. The White House has said that the recent dangerous encounters between the US and Chinese forces reflect China's growing belligerence. It added that the incident raises the risk of an incident where somebody can get hurt. The US National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby also said that the US is prepared to address China's aggression in the Taiwan Strait and South China Sea. China has officially inaugurated its embassy in Honduras. This comes just weeks after the Central American country switched its diplomatic alliance from Taiwan to China. An interim Chinese envoy has been appointed to lead the country's embassy in Honduras. Former US Vice President Mike Pence has announced his presidential bid for the 2024 election. Pence will take on former US President Donald Trump in the Republican nomination. Trump is not only a Republican frontrunner, but also Pence's former boss. Other Republicans who've entered the presidential race include Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol has said that North Korea has legalized the use of nuclear weapons. He added that the country is advancing its nuclear and missile capabilities. The statement comes amid rising tensions after North Korea tried to launch a purported spy satellite. Yoon Suk-yeol added that his government will establish an ironclad security posture and will protect people's lives. June 6th marks the 39th anniversary of Operation Blue Star in India. Security has been beefed up in several parts of the Indian state of Punjab. Operation Blue Star was carried out in 1984. It aimed to eliminate militants who had gathered in the Golden Temple located in the city of Amritsar in Punjab. Canadian officials have said that the country is on track for its worst ever year of wildfire destruction. Warm and dry conditions are forecasted to persist through the end of the summer season. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said that this is a scary time for a lot of people. British Columbia is the latest Canadian province to witness wildfires. Before this, wildfires were raging in Alberta and Nova Scotia. Torrential rains have triggered floods in the Caribbean nation of Haiti. At least 42 people have lost their lives and dozens have been injured. A lot of people have also gone missing. More than 13,000 people have lost their homes. The rains come in the beginning of the Atlantic hurricane season. It starts in June and lasts till November. Heavy rains have triggered floods in northern Ecuador. The region experienced uninterrupted rainfall for over 12 hours. More than 500 people have been evacuated by the government. Chile's capital, Santiago, is witnessing a thick cloud of pollution in its skyline. Experts say that Santiago is the South American country's most polluted city. Authorities have asked people to constantly wash hands and use face masks. According to the Health Ministry, cases of respiratory diseases in children have increased in the last few weeks. Cash-strapped Bangladesh has shut down its biggest power plant. The country is unable to afford the coal to fuel the plant. The Pyra power plant is located in southern Bangladesh. It had already slashed production last month due to fuel shortages. This comes as Bangladesh faces sweltering heat. The electricity demand in the country is increasing. Bangladesh has faced long power cuts in recent weeks. The Brazilian government has unveiled a plan to eliminate deforestation in the Amazon by the year 2030. It will introduce measures like strengthening law enforcement against environmental crimes. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva said that his government is determined to achieve this challenge. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak recently took an RAF helicopter from London to Dover. A London to Dover trip takes over an hour by train. Reports say that Sunak also flew back to London. Downing Street has justified this mode of travel, suggesting that it saves time and is a fit use of public money. However, recently celebrities and politicians across the world have been criticized for taking private aircraft to cover short distances and ignoring their carbon footprint. The United Nations has said that countries must put their national interests aside and fight for the common good when it comes to the climate crisis. A top UN climate official, Simon Steele, reminded nations that the world is at a tipping point. Steele was addressing representatives from 200 countries who have gathered in the German city of Bonn. A new study shows that companies are hiding their climate goals over fears of being scrutinized. This phenomenon is called green hushing. This practice allows companies to claim they have environmental policies without having them tested. US regulators have sued cryptocurrency exchange Binance and its founder, Changpeng Zhao. America's Securities and Exchange Commission has listed 13 charges against the company and its founder. It has accused the crypto firm of manipulating its trading volumes and other illegal business practices. The lawsuit has sent the value of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin to its lowest level in almost 3 months. The Commonwealth Bank of Australia has said that it will remove fees for international money transfers. This is for the domestic, retail and business banking customers. The bank will waive the $4 transfer fees starting this month. This will be applicable on net banking and their app. According to reports, US-based Bed Bath & Beyond is in talks to sell its baby products unit, Bye Bye Baby. It'll sell the retail chain to investment firm Go Global Retail. The financial details of the deal have not been made public. This is after the home goods retailer filed for bankruptcy in April this year. Intel will sell $1.5 billion worth of shares in Mobileye Global. After the sale, Intel's stake in the company will come down to 98.7%. It's currently at 99.3%. Mobileye is a Jerusalem-based company that focuses on software for cars. Its customers include BMW, Volkswagen, and Nissan. Apple unveiled its most awaited augmented reality headset called Vision Pro. This was during its ongoing annual developer conference. Prices for the Vision Pro will start at a whopping $3,500. This is more than 3 times the cost of the priciest headset in Meta's line of virtual reality devices. Reports say that the headsets are the tech giant's riskiest bet since the introduction of its flagship iPhone. Audio streaming platform Spotify has said that it will cut 200 positions in its second round of layoffs. This will affect about 2% of the music streaming giant's workforce. The Swedish company will lay off people from its podcast unit. Earlier this year, Spotify had cut 6% of its staff. Microsoft will pay $20 million to the US Federal Trade Commission. This is to settle charges of violation of children's privacy. The antitrust regulator accused the tech giant of illegally collecting the personal information of minors. These are children who had created accounts for Microsoft's Xbox gaming system. Social media company Snap has hired Eric Young as its Senior Vice President of Engineering. Young will oversee the core infrastructure for the company. He'll be responsible to improve ad placements on the firm's platform Snapchat. Young is a former Google executive. He was the Vice President of Engineering at Google Cloud. Elon Musk says that the Chinese government will initiate the regulation of artificial intelligence. Musk said, and I quote, "I think we had some very productive discussions on artificial intelligence risks and the need for some oversight and regulation." The comments come following his recent trip to China. Meanwhile, an advisor to UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has warned that artificial intelligence has the capability to kill many humans. Matt Clifford says that unless the sector is regulated, AI could kill humans within 2 years. Last week, dozens of AI experts signed a letter cautioning against the risks posed by AI. This included Sam Altman, the CEO of ChatGPT maker OpenAI. Moving on to sports. In cricket, India and Australia are set to clash at the World Test Championship final on Wednesday. The 5-day test match will be played at the iconic Oval in London. The WTC final is played once every 2 years. In 2021, India lost the final against New Zealand. They're looking to clinch the title this year. Sri Lanka will play Afghanistan once again on Wednesday. This is the final game of the 3-match one-day international series. It'll be played at the Mahinda Rajapaksa Stadium in Sri Lanka's port city, Hambantota. Afghanistan had won the first match of the series. Hosts Sri Lanka fought back to tie the series 1-1. Both teams are now eyeing a win in the decider. In football, the Spanish government has charged 7 people for racism against Real Madrid player Vinicius Jr. 4 men were fined $55,000 each for hanging an effigy of Vinicius opposite Real's practice ground. They've also been banned from sporting venues for the next 2 years. Another 3 men were charged over $4,000 each for hurling racist slurs at the Brazilian footballer. In the Bundesliga, VfB Stuttgart beat Hamburg SV 3-1 on Monday. Hamburg took the lead early with a goal in the 6th minute. Enzo Milo scored twice as Stuttgart made a comeback. Silas Wumpa scored in extra time to secure Stuttgart's win. With the win, Stuttgart have narrowly avoided relegation. They've secured a return to the Bundesliga next season. In tennis, Holger Rune secured a quarter-final berth at the French Open. Rune beat Argentine Francisco Cerundolo in a hard-fought 5-set match. The Danish player got lucky when the umpire missed a double bounce. The point should have been awarded to Cerundolo. After the match, Rune said that some umpires make mistakes, that's life. Meanwhile, Casper Ruud also advanced to the quarterfinals at Roland Garros. Ruud beat Chile's Nicolas Jarry 7-6, 7-5, 7-5 in straight sets. He'll now face Holger Rune in the next round on Wednesday. World number 1 Iga Świątek has also reached the quarterfinals at the French Open. She was handed a walkover by Ukraine's Lesia Surenko on Monday. Poland's Świątek was up 5-1 when her opponent had to leave the court after reporting a spike in her heart rate. Świątek will now face America's Coco Gauff in the next round. In athletics, Indian sprinter Amlan Borgohain bagged 2 gold medals at the Antwerp track meet in Belgium. He won the 100-meter race, clocking a time of 10.7 seconds. He clinched the 200-meter race as well with a time of 20.96 seconds. Borgohain was the only Indian to win any medals at the track event. In golf, India's Aditi Ashok had a personal best finish at the ongoing Ladies Professional Golf Association Tour. She finished 4th in the Mizuho America's Cup. The LPGA tournament was played at the Liberty National Golf Club in New Jersey in the US. Ashok bagged a cash award close to $120,000. Meanwhile, American Rose Zhang won the title. She won a cash prize of over $400,000. In American football, this year's NFL champions Kansas City Chiefs met with US President Joe Biden on Monday. Biden hosted the team at the White House to celebrate their win. This is part of an NFL tradition where the Super Bowl winners pay a visit to the White House. The Chiefs presented a jersey to Biden with the number 46 on it. This was to mark his tenure as the 46th President of America. Moving on to entertainment now. Actor Helen Mirren is set to receive the 37th American Cinematic Award. The 77-year-old will be awarded for her contribution to cinema in a career spanning over 5 decades. The award ceremony is held to raise funds for the non-profit American Cinematheque. The ceremony will take place on the 4th of November in Beverly Hills in California. The third installment of the 1993 fantasy film series Hocus Pocus is under production. The news comes after the success of the 2022 film Hocus Pocus 2. The record-breaking sequel became the most watched film for streaming platform Disney+. The films star Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. The winners for the 2023 Bali International Film Festival have been announced. Oscar-winning film Women Talking won the Best Narrative Feature at the festival. The Best Feature Documentary prize was won by Crows Are White. The 16th edition of the festival presented 45 films from 13 countries. Actor Shruti Gatwa and filmmaker Asif Kapadia are among the judges for the British Film Institute Filmmaking Challenge. The challenge aims to support aspiring filmmakers in the UK. The BFI has shortlisted 5 teams from over 400 applications. The teams will receive around $12,000 as their production budget, access to camera equipment, and mentoring. The winning film will premiere at the closing night of the 67th BFI London Film Festival in October. Warner Bros. Has entered the NFT space. The studio is planning to sell non-fungible token bundles of its 1978 hit film Superman the Movie. It is a multimedia NFT that includes the film in 4K Ultra HD format. The bundles also feature image galleries. The NFT bundles will be available from the 9th of June. They'll cost between $30 and $100. The Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, or SAG-AFTRA, members have voted to authorize a strike. An overwhelming majority of 97.91% of the voting members supported the authorization. The union represents 160,000 performers. Many SAG-AFTRA members, have already joined the ongoing Writers Guild of America strike. If SAG-AFTRA members go on strike, then any remaining film and TV production would halt immediately. Screenwriters in the UK are planning to protest in support of the WGA members. The Writers Guild of Great Britain is inviting members to join the protest. The members will gather at London's Leicester Square on the 14th of June. The protest is part of the Global Day of Solidarity. It's organized by the International Affiliation of Writers Guilds and the Federation of Screenwriters in Europe. Rock band Coldplay have reduced their carbon footprint with their latest tour, Music of the Spheres. Some statistics from the tour are as follows: 47% less greenhouse gas emissions than their previous stadium tour in 2016-2017, 66% of all tour waste has been diverted from landfills, 5 million trees have been planted. The shows use 100% renewable energy systems. That's why Coldplay are now, they've reduced their carbon footprint. K-pop band Blackpink have become the most followed female Asian act on Spotify. The all-girl band have crossed over 41.33 million followers on the music streaming platform. They overtook Indian singer Neha Kakkar to become the new record holders from Asia. K-pop band KARD have announced the dates and venues for their 2023 world tour titled Playground. The 4-member co-ed band will kickstart the tour in North America in July. The first show will take place in California on the 6th of July. They'll then hold shows in Europe in August and September. The tour will close in Paris on the 8th of September.